Where do you see Brent going by the end of the year?
Yeah, we think the lows are probably in now. We're more constructive for the rest of the year, and we expect prices from the second quarter to move in the direction towards and into the 60s.
Into the 60s, okay. So well past the 50s then. In terms of compliance and the cuts that we're seeing, I mean, compliance has been pretty good. So the question is, when OPEC meets in May, will they roll over the cuts? I mean, what do you think, given the backdrop of shale production growth in the U.S.?
Yeah. I mean, you're absolutely right in terms of historic standards. OPEC compliance has been very, very high. I think one of the sticking points through the course of this year has been non-OPEC, and within the non-OPEC producers in particular, it's been Russia. Now, there were fears around compliance from Russia, Kazakhstan with giant fields coming online, but I think if you look at the indicators and what came out the Kuwait meeting, things from Russia are looking a lot more constructive now, and they will bring compliance levels back down. Now, they were at around 40% in January, February. We expect that to move into the 60s.
Okay, so if they play ball and they're more compliant, what would be the incentive to roll over these cuts in May if everyone's complying?
I think everybody recognises that it's going to take a while to draw down the inventory buffer that the market's sitting on. And so one of the market fears was, well, they're not going to roll over in May, and so we'll just short the complex. But actually, based on the intel we have, we think there's going to be a very high probability of a rollover in May.
And how strong is demand coming out of Asia? Because we saw Q1 demand quite strong. Do you think that's going to continue?
Yeah, absolutely. I think there is always a little bit of a downturn because there's peak refinery maintenance occurring in April and May. And this is one of the things that has spooked investors. But once we get through that period, if you look at the futures contract today, the April Brent contract expires. We're going to be trading May, June. Things are looking up from there.